What up? Oh, forget this one. I don't care. I'm here to rant a bit. It's my fault that this happened in the first place. I could have easily avoided this situation if I wasn't into such trash, but you know, sometimes it happens. Today I'm gonna rant on Rent-A-Girlfriend. I was watching this show because originally it had intrigued me. A sad excuse for a guy go through a lot of change because he's horny. And the change has been really healthy and positive. There are a lot of people out there like this, so seeing him grow and improve from this is actually a really great thing. Now there's an overall problem with the show. There are more flashbacks per episode than there has ever been in Naruto. And I'm talking like the canon episodes, maybe even the filler episodes. The filler episodes, usually when there's a flashback, it's the entire episode or they flash to it like 5 times. Episode 3 of season 2 of Rent-A-Girlfriend had 15 different flashbacks of the same thing we had seen a million times before, and 18 flashbacks total. 3 of them have new information, but it's still really annoying to keep getting thrown back in time. I guess the gap between the first and second season made me completely forget the hatred of the show, because I didn't remember how many flashbacks there are. Look at this! Look at this on the timeline! Do you see this stuff? The worst offender of that episode was when 40 seconds had passed and they re-showed something that had just happened. And then 50 seconds had passed and the same time slot, the same thing had happened. Even later, he sees her, 28 seconds pass, and he has a flashback of that exact moment we just saw. It's like if I decided to take this video and give you a flashback of something I had mentioned earlier for no f***ing reason. 15 different flashbacks, or make you flashback to another video about me talking about something else. The thing that really gets me about almost every episode is that there's a flashback like it's Naruto. I can't believe I want to finish it, despite knowing that who I want to win isn't going to win. But this show is so frustrating, I don't even know if I can continue right now. And sure, it's easy enough to say, just drop it, and I'd love to, but I'm such a degenerate and I want to see more of her that I can't stop myself from doing it. What's even worse is the episode after, it's Ruka's turn to show her stuff, and she really shines in this moment. She's his actual girlfriend because they can date as long as he can help Chizuru with her quote-unquote acting. And he's not even giving it a real trial run. She puts everything she can into it, actually trying to cook. When I first heard the scene, I'm like, oh, she's probably gonna be a very bad cook. No, she had planned it start to finish on how she'd make turtle curry. I didn't even know turtle curry existed. She does all this for him, tries to be the perfect girlfriend for him. And what does he do? Whine, complain, and act like he doesn't care or want any part of this relationship. Come on, dude. There's a girl who is absolutely perfect right in front of you. What are you doing? At some point, I'm like, you know what? There's probably not going to be that many flashbacks. Let's see how many there are. I grabbed a small bottle, joined a VC with my friends, and would take a sip every time there was a flashback. And I didn't think there would be that many. Boy, was I horribly wrong.
I got her.
Flashback.
Does that count? Oh, God.
That counts. That was a flashback.
Oh, that's 7.
Good enough to chug the whole bottle.
I'm guessing Lance is just having to finish it for you.
Lance, what do you got? What do you got left? Oh my God, holy shit. There were 9 in that episode and I could not believe it. Well, you may be thinking, well, Ruka's pushing herself on him. It's coming off too strong. The same can be said about the main character and what he's doing to Chizuru. It's the exact same thing, and I had this realization in the middle of her advances. She wants him. He wants her. But they don't want to be together. None of them do. And then you have this silent girl who's just kind of forced in between all of it and is stuck between all of it and wants to slowly open up to him. But it's really late in the game at this point for her. You are losing to 2 girls at once. If you don't start speaking up now, you're going to straight up lose. You are way behind. The progress is nice though, and you're absolutely adorable. I love you. Keep it going. And I really want to hate him a lot for what he's done and for just pushing off Ruka, but I will give him brownie points. He had some self-restraint for once. He admitted his feelings to her. And at the same time, he had to acknowledge to not only himself, but to her that he might have feelings for her, but he doesn't want it to be the wrong kind of relationship. This guy had the option to get everything he wants in a moment, and she would have been fine with it, as long as she gets to feel what she wants to feel. And he chose not to. He learned something that night, but at the same time, she also learned something. After what she thought would be needed to get her heart racing, she found something else that would do it. And it wasn't going all the way. It was the rush of the event, but also the confession. I'm so glad they showed the reverse of what his clinginess is like to Chizuru the episode after he had just done it. Also, I'm gonna put it on note here. I don't care who wins, as long as Chizuru loses. Chizuru is a really great girl. She's fantastic. She's got a lot of talent. She's got a lot of skill. She sees the positives in him, and that's a great thing, but oh my God, does he not deserve her. Ruka has a more legitimate reason to go after him than Chizuru does. The only reason Chizuru likes him is because he has a grandmother, but also because she fell into the water, almost died, and he saved her. That is not the basis for a relationship. Just like most of anime and other TV shows, usually someone's life gets saved and suddenly they're in love with the person. That's how you get into a bad relationship. I understand mommy not wanting him to have a girlfriend, and like I said, there's probably something behind it. But Sumire doesn't do anything other than, Okay, look, it's adorable. I agree. I would fall for that too. But one of them shouldn't be with him, and the other has a more legitimate reason to be with him and should be with him versus her. So that's all I'm saying. I'm still gonna finish the show anyway, just to see what happens. More screen time for my girl? Absolutely. I apologize for my absence. I have been extremely busy since April. I get April and August mixed all the time, don't ask. That's all I've got. Thank you for joining me on this side of the universe. I will catch you in the next world.